Sawadee Cop. Welcome to Break Time with Monte. Today's story, rice payments begin. Rice farmers are delighted at the coup maker's success in finding money to make overdue payments for rice pledged long ago. But they are also worried about the future. Farmers praise coup maker's payment of overdue rice funds. Farmers have praised the coup makers for paying long overdue funds owed to them under the rice pledging scheme. They have also called on the new government to pay more attention to the plight of rice growers. The National Council for Peace and Order, NCPO, announced yesterday one of its most urgent policies was to obtain funds to pay the 800,000 farmers owed money for their pledged rice. The budget for the scheme dried up in October last year, and Yingluck Shinawatra government failed to find loans to cover the costs after the House dissolution. About 92 billion baht was required to cover payments to farmers. Just 4 days after the coup was announced on Thursday, the NCPO has already begun paying the long overdue debts. Sonong Petpan, a 49-year-old farmer in Banglen district of Nakhon Pathom, said his family members were jubilant after they received a call from the Bank of Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives, BAAC, asking him to bring his rice pledging certificate and collect his money. He said he felt relieved, and he has been in debt for almost 8 months after borrowing money to cover rice field rents, fertilizer, harvesting costs, and other expenses. Mr. Sonong said a bank officer had asked him to come in to claim 300,000 baht today for his 27 tons of pledged rice. Until the BAAC call, he had thought his payment would not come until the end of the year. He said he was grateful to those who realized the plight of the farmers. "I have huge debts," said Mr. Sonong, adding that he had to make an installment payment to the BAAC and then pay the remaining money to others. He said he wanted to know the new government's policy on assistance for farmers as he has cultivated rice for the new season, which will need to be harvested within the next 120 days. The farmer said he did not know how much he would earn from selling the rice. Mr. Sonong said he understood the problems arising from the rice pledging scheme. He said a new government may not need to pledge rice as steep as price as this could be a financial burden. He said he wanted the government to help sustain prices at 9 to 10,000 baht per ton, in comparison with the current price of 6 to 7,000 baht per ton. The prices of fertilizer and petrol should also be controlled to curb farming costs, he said. Monte Taipa, a 50-year-old farmer, said she was delighted to receive her rice pledging payment. She wanted the next government to pay serious attention to farmers' problems, such as rice prices and rising farming costs. If farming costs are curbed, farmers' incomes and quality of life could be boosted, she said. Ms. Monte said she would spend the money on installment payments for a pickup truck she bought to carry fertilizer and pesticide. Meanwhile, a fertilizer shop owner who gave her name only as Pui said she was glad that the farmers will receive their rice pledging scheme payments as paddy growers owed her money for fertilizer and pesticide. I am happy that farmers will receive the biggest sums of money in their lives, because from now on there will be no populist policies to make rice prices higher than market prices again, she said. She said the fact that farmers were paid late for their pledged rice has also impacted other businesses in the supply chain, such as fertilizer shops. This has forced many shops to close, she added. Now, for today's vocabulary. Boost, boost, borrow, borrow, branch, branch, budget, budget, burden, burden, certificate, certificate, collect, collect, cooperatives, cooperatives, coup, coup, cultivated, cultivated, curb, curb, current, current, delighted, delighted, expenses, expenses, fertilizer, fertilizer, financial, financial, fund, fund, grateful, grateful, harvest, harvest, house dissolution, house dissolution, impact, impact, in comparison with, in comparison with, income, income, installment, installment, jubilant, jubilant. Oh, let's do that one again. Jubilant, jubilant, hunter, hunter, loan, loan, obtain, obtain, overdue, overdue, owe, owe, paddy, paddy, pesticide, pesticide, plight, plight, policy, policy, populist, populist, praise, praise, quality, quality, realize, realize, relieved, 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 rent, rent, rice pledging scheme, rice pledging scheme, 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 season, season, steep, steep, some, supply chain, supply chain, sustain, sustain, urgent, urgent. That's today's story and vocabulary. You have a great day. I'll see you next time on Break Time with Monte.